Hi all, Shane here, Last 67, second battle report for bolt action on this rather wet and miserable night. So we have a 500 or roughly 500 point game between British Commandos with the blue order dice, 3 squads of 6, mixture of SMGs, LMGs and riflemen, the MMG or thicker medium machine gun team, and first lieutenant. And then on the German side we again have a veteran German infantry unit, 3 7-man squads, mixture of rifles and assault rifles and LMGs using the boltaction.net suggested 5 points apiece. This is just a bit of an experiment game. A first lieutenant or first lieutenant for the Germans, and a heavy mortar and mortar team. Not ideal for a game this size, but I'm just using what I have. So both the Germans and British have 5 dice, and we're playing on this 3x5, so it's going to be relatively close quarter fighting, and ejective is simply that central building there. So it's going to be pretty bloody, and we'll see what's going to happen. So we'll get the order dice into the bag and see where it goes. So the Germans pulled first dice. The heavy mortar came on, and the spotter deployed here to give some observation for both sides. So go pull the next dice. So just for anyone who never played bolt action, this is literally how it works. Each unit has an order dice which goes into a bag which neither side can see, and then each army's dice or each player's dice is different, and we just pull out random. So blue for the British. I think I'm going to deploy my MMG to cover one of the flanks, and I'll deploy and we'll continue. And we'll just deploy all units for first turn, and I'll talk you through a summary of what happened and why. So catch you then. Okay, into turn 1. So not much has happened. Both the German lead elements and British elements have deployed on the field. On the German left flank, one section or infantry section has tied down the left flank with the intention of trying to swing around and destroy the NMG that's deployed at the corner of that house. The British responded by quickly deploying a section of commandos to secure their right flank. So there'll probably be some assaulting and general shooting as both sides try to wear each other down. In the centre, the Germans deployed another squad or section to prepare to move into the objective area, which is currently being occupied by a commando section and their lieutenant. And then on the far right flank of the German line we have our heavy mortar. So the mortar will probably be used to fire on both the NMG, actually only on this section really, you can't see anyone else. Quick thing on the terrain, these trees are line of sight breaks, but you can shoot through them once you're in base contact with them. But units can't shoot through each other unless you're inside them, so that's how it works. So we'll see what happens in turn 2. Okay, so this comes here in turn 1. You can probably see some red pin markers, so there has been some damage inflicted by both sides. So we just talked from what the Germans did. The Germans began to push in. One unit there is getting ready to move into the objective area and try to push the commandos out of this area. The commandos promptly ambushed the Germans as they pushed into this small complex here, and they actually were successful in taking out 2 casualties, including the NCO. So I'm going to have a permanent pin marker, which is a little bit annoying, and I even failed my German special ability to nominate a replacement NCO, which is a little bit annoying. On this side, the section pushed forward under cover of the heavy mortar in the corner, with fire being directed from the forward observer, or from its spotter should I say. And something that happens quite rarely, I actually managed to range in turn 1 on this team and was successful in killing one guy. Also, I managed to put fire when I advanced these guys forward and put some long range fire onto them. Killed one and put 2 pin markers on this unit. If I can pull a dice next turn first for them before these guys are activated, I should be able to get in close enough to assault them. Hopefully. Over here to see, but the MMG is gone into ambush position at the corner of that house, just in case any unit tries to come around this unit. Probably a bad spot to put them there, since it's a fixed team. That's really it. We're going to have to start getting our reserves in now, and hopefully we'll see how this unfolds. This will probably get very bloody very quick. We'll see can the Germans secure their left flank and push the British off their right flank, and see can we can we turn their flank against them. So let's see what happens in turn 2. Okay, so we're at the end of turn 3. Quite a bit has actually happened. The poor Germans on this side have got lit up by these chaps, lost several casualties, including their NCO. I'm having an awful time keeping my NCOs alive, and also failed the reroll to nominate one of the infantrymen to be a new NCO. Man, how's that for you? Even though I managed to shoot them up quite a bit, I was unsuccessful in killing any of them. This unit also has inflicted quite a bit of damage by the Commandos poured fire into them and killed 2 more of them. So one more hit and they'll have to do a break test. But sensing that casualties are beginning to mount on this flank, the officer has run in to give them a morale boost, as has my reserve squad that's pushed in to reinforce this assault. So I'm going to throw everything into this, try to shift them off this flank, whereas the British still have plenty of options. They are in reasonably good shape on their right flank, shutting down any pincer movements, and on their extreme left another full strength section has deployed, covering any outflanking manoeuvres, and that also allows them, bearing in mind it's only turn 2, so they have plenty of turns to move in and push anything out of this objective area. So we'll see now what happens. I think I need to slow down now a little bit for the German assault, as I am a bit of an aggressive player, which is a curse in disguise because casualties can be quite high when I play. So I need to slow down and start winning the firefight a bit more effectively, secure at least one of my flanks, and then push in for my central assault. So we'll see what happens. So at the end of turn 3, or turn 4 is it? One or the other, can't remember. Quite a lot's kind of happened. This unit's down to 2 men, but they've stuck. They managed to pass their morale. So if I can get rid of them, I can start pushing in and destroy that MMG, which is out of my arc. It's hidden behind this building. Can't really see it, but it's there. The central unit has gone down after taking fire. I was lucky I didn't lose any guys. They're quite fragile even with the officer right there. This unit also went down, so did the flank security team of the Commandos. Again, not being too rash with them. It's times like this when you kind of control away the advantage, especially with this flank about to evaporate. It's important to have that unit there to shore up any other breakthroughs. So if I can, the idea now is to dislodge this unit, even destroy them with mortars, move myself into position to assault and destroy the MMG and get 2 easy victory points. Prepare for a central assault on the centre, and try to do in such a way where I can resist a counterattack if that flank unit over there on the right flank of the British attacks. Whereas from a British perspective, this flank now is a danger, but again I can shift fire from this concentration of infantry to cover this flank if needs be, though they will not avail of any protection from this area because they're not in hard cover if I attack from this angle. Same with this unit, so they might have to shift down and then expose their flank again. So I think I'll more so have to shift units over to the centre in an attempt to refuse my line. So we'll see what happens. So let's see what happens at the end of turn 4. Okay. So welcome to an end of a very dramatic turn 4. So left flank, more or less evaporated, only for that lone NMG hidden in here. He'll probably get destroyed in a few moments. Germans have completely decimated the central elements of the British Army through some very grueling assaults and hand-to-hand combat. This section has shifted down now. This commando section is trying to move down to re-establish a foothold in the objective area. The MMG may try to fire off a couple of rounds in and try to drive them out, but most likely they will be destroyed by this small remaining unit. Mortar has nothing to shoot at, so I say next turn we'll decide what happens. So once that unit kind of lost its combat effectiveness, that was really it. The MMG did for 2 turns, because I think I forgot to show turn 4, did try to lay rounds into the central unit and was successful in killing 1 or 2, but just wasn't enough, and because it was a fixed team I couldn't deploy it elsewhere on the board. I think if I was smarter and deployed him centrally to guard the main objective, it may have been a smarter deal, but I thought if I put, because normally from past experiences whoever is normally first into this objective area to hold one of the edges normally wins, but this time I tried to outflank it and I was successful. Or more so by maybe I had shifted this machine gun onto the extreme flank to inflate fire anything moving in. But again, lessons learned. So it was a pretty good game. Didn't take all that long. I think it was only about 30 minutes. The reason I like this board, even though it's a little bit sparse with cover, it's just it facilitates up close impersonal fighting, which bolt action when it comes to assaults excels at. Though I do intend to do maybe a few 6mm games on this, which will be a little more tactical and strategic, as 6mm allows for a good scope of movement even on small surfaces such as this. So I hope you like this. I know I didn't talk too much about the rules, but there was a lot of house rules being applied, and since I just play myself and for shits and giggles, I didn't really follow the book too religiously, so there was no real point talking about rules just in case I confuse any new players. But it was more of a blow for blow narrative that was going on. Good game, we recommend it. There's plenty of videos out there on how to play this game. If you just YouTube bolt action, you'll probably find Ethan Thomas's really informative and well made how-to series on how to play this game. So thank you for watching. I'll try to do some more proper battle reports in the near future. It's a little bit hard to track down people to play with because no one really plays historical wargaming in my area. It's all 40k, so it can get a bit frustrating to get some of the 40k fanatics to even just have a pick-up game with me. They're not interested. It's kind of a shame because I think they'd enjoy it quite a bit. Anyway, thanks for watching. Happy gaming, happy modelling, and watch out for those buses. Bye bye.